Is Jesus the only way to God? Many struggle with this question today. It can sound arrogant, closed-minded, like we Christians have it all figured out and everyone else is just way off track. But I found we often frame this problem backwards. Jesus isn't the one and only way we go out into the universe to find God. Jesus is the unique and decisive way that God has come to us. For example, there's this famous picture of a bridge. It's been used in thousands of evangelism conversations over the last few decades. And in this picture, it's like we're trying to cross this chasm, we're trying to get to God, but God's backed away onto the other side. And so the whole reason that Jesus goes to the cross is to create this bridge over the chasm so that we can cross over and get to the other side and be with God. Only my friend Scott made this humorous cartoon that points out a little architectural flaw with the bridge. While Scott's picture is funny, I think it actually points to a deeper problem, the movement of direction. Like in this analogy, we're the ones who are trying to get to God, and God's the one running away. We want to leap across this Grand Canyon, this great divide, but God's the one pushing back as far as he can to get away from us. However, the gospel moves in the other direction. God's the one pursuing us. Jesus doesn't say, I'll show you the way. He says, I am the way. He doesn't say, hey, I'll kind of point you on the trail to get you to the Father. He says, the Father is in me, and when you encounter me, you've encountered the Father. Jesus isn't the way we go out to find God. He's the way that God has come to us. And so the cross is not kind of like this mechanism that we use to go out and find God. The cross is the place where God has taken our tragedy and trauma, our sin and shame and suffering upon himself in order to redeem it. Jesus is the way that God has come to us. Jesus is the life that embraces our sin-struck, war-torn world. Jesus is the truth of God's goodness outstretched to embrace resistant rebels and bring us home to God. Jesus is the way that God has come to us.
The Pursuing God by Joshua Ryan Butler. Available now.